Extra time.
Do you also you want to say about what's happened, I guess, just last night or allegedly happened last night and then what we saw today?
So it's upsetting and it's disappointing. I mean, anyone who knows me, I've said for years, it's one of my greatest pet hates in life that people think they can come to a sporting event, whether it's cricket or any code, and pay their money and think they can abuse or say whatever they like. I mean, I've hated it as a player. I hate it as a coach. We've seen it in different parts of the world, and it's really sad to see it happen in Australia. There's been a lot of talk, over the last couple of years, but it's sad to see that happen. And with I think our series so far has been played in such great spirits. It's been incredible cricket. It's been brilliant to watch on the field. It's been really good spirits between both teams. It's a shame to see it getting marred by incidents like we're hearing about today and last night.
You mentioned the spirit sort of between the teams in this series in what's been pretty competitive cricket, but with not many flashpoints on the field. Has the relationship sort of been changed by the circumstances teams find themselves in and the world finds itself in these days? And how significant was it that Tim was out there in the Indian team huddled when all that was happening this afternoon?
Oh, I think we saw it throughout the white ball series, both series, and we've seen it through this test series. I think I can't remember, I was interviewed before the summer started. What would be the perfect outcome? And I mentioned that it'd be that this series, with everything that's happening around the world, be played with great sportsmanship and with that great spirit that I'm talking about. And I think we've seen that, haven't we? It's been great to watch. It was nice to have Tim out there when that incident happened today. I mean, he's a class act, as we know. The game of Test cricket is always going to be played tough, but there's been a really good feeling amongst both teams, and let's hope that continues.
I guess Cricket Australia and the Australian cricket team in particular have kind of come a long way when it comes to issues of racial equality in the last 12 months. We've obviously had a big topic around the world. I guess how disheartening is it for stuff like this to be allegedly happening in the crowd, and how big is the last 6 months for you been in terms of learning and listening to some of the things out there?
Well, as I can see Tracy on the call here, and we had a brief talk a few months ago, and a personal journey has been huge. I've just read a book called The Fatal Shore, just finished that, about the history of Australia. I've read Stan's book, Australia Day. I've obviously watched the Adam Goodes documentaries a couple of times over the last few months. It's something that the team has been looking, we're exploring and we're learning, we're being educated. So, and the more you get educated and the more you understand, the more sickening it is when you hear of, racial discrimination, as has been alleged today. So, yeah, it makes you feel very sad that people are subjected to that. And when you start getting educated in what's happened in the history of Australia, as like I say, the path I've been on personally, and a number of our players are, you can understand why it's so hurtful.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.